Welcome back to the Curse of Oak Island recap, Season 11, Episode 17, piling on, where they spend a week filming the show to give you a 42-minute episode, for me to give you a less than 5-minute recap, because that's how exciting this show has become. Basically, I'm going to tell you the little hint. If you watched the preview to the episode before the first commercial break, you've already seen everything that happens in the episode. So let's jump into it and see what happened in last night's Curse of Oak Island. It wasn't very much. Well, first and foremost, last night's episode happened 2 days after Hurricane Lee blew up the east coast of the United States, causing millions of dollars in damage. Lo and behold, the swamp on Oak Island was filled with water from this hurricane, and the guys were shocked about it. Duh. It was a hurricane, and it was a lot of rain. Of course the swamp's going to get filled up. So that was the first thing we talked about on last night's episode. The second thing of note in last night's episode was the guys on the island talked to a doctor from England that told them that the stone pyramids that have really never been talked to up until this point on the island are from around 1200, and they line up with the stars, and they show that people knew how to navigate by the stars and on boats, which was no surprise because planes didn't exist back then. So obviously anybody that was traveling from the old world to the new world used boats. And during those times of using boats, they used the stars to navigate. And well, they built things to help them understand where the sun solstice was and the sunset and everything in between. So, again, no big shock there. Somebody was on the island. We've already confirmed that. The doctor confirmed that. It was either the Vikings or the Templars, and they knew how to use boats. And for our third and final point of last night's episode, Dumas Contracting finally reached the bottom of the garden shaft. They was able to uncover the wooden roof of the tunnel that's traveling underneath of the garden shaft. And as the narrator would say, into the baby blob and the big blob and the blob blob and all these blobs that this tunnel is going to. Well, the team finally got down to it. They was able to remove 3 or 4 of the boards. Here's a board. So they could bring it up and test it. They realized that these boards were hand carved and rounded, and they did a whole bunch of basically saying, well, it could be from this and it could be from that, and it might be from this and it might be from that. But at the end of the day, it's the roof of a tunnel. It has a rounded board that was hand shaved. They sent Gary down there. He did some metal detecting. Lo and behold, he found some iron, which isn't really a shock in itself. Oh, and on the stone pyramids that may or may not have been 6 to 7 feet tall, he went over there and did some metal detecting and found some lead artifacts that date back to the 1200s and are similar to other lead artifacts found on the island that truly have no origin. So, lo and behold, after 1 week of filming into a 1-hour episode, hopefully that less than 5-minute recap saves you an hour of your life, because it didn't save me an hour of my life. See you next week.